Happy holiday, everyone! You just heard the jingle bell, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. But probably not like you've heard them before. Welcome back to Gugak Breeze, episode 10. I'm Lily. The first song I choose is It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, originally by Canadian artist Michael Bublé. His voice feels like stepping into a cozy home from the cold outside. It's captured that essence of comfort and joy. I wanted to see if the Janggu could recreate that warm hug feeling. You know, in Canada, Michael Bublé Christmas songs are almost like a tradition. When December comes, you hear his voice everywhere. In malls, cafes, on the radio, even at home. For many people, his music means, okay, Christmas is really here now. For me, choosing this song was also about the feelings of coming home. Not just to a house, but to a moment where you felt safe, calm, and surrounded by warmth. So while arranging this for Janggu, I kept asking myself, how can I make each beat feel gentle, like a heartbeat next to the fireplace? I didn't want the rhythm to be too strong or aggressive. I wanted it to breathe so the Janggu could sing, not just a drum. And for Jingle Bell, it's just so lively and cheerful. Whenever I heard it, I imagined Rudolph and Santa dashing through the sky. That excitement felt like a perfect match for Hwimori rhythm. It's like the song and the rhythm were made for each other. With Jingle Bell, I had the opposite question. This one is all about the movements, joy, and energy. So I thought, what is the most exciting rhythm I know in Korean music? And of course, Hwimori came right into my mind. Hwimori is fast, playful, and full of drive. It makes your heart race a little, just like a kid running in the snow. That's why I felt this rhythm could really bring out the excitement of Jingle Bell. Now, let's talk about bells. Christmas isn't complete without them, right? But I want to show the Korean version of jingles. This is Punggyeong. You will see this hanging from the eaves of Korean temples. There's a small fish hanging from the bell. It symbolizes peace and staying mindful. It's the sounds of the winter wind. And this is Kkwaenggwari. I hope you guys are a little bit familiar with these instruments. In tradition, it represents lightning, but for today, doesn't it sound like a twinkle stars or festive fireworks? It's sharp, bright, and full of energy. If you're curious about these sounds, I've done a whole episode on them called Korean Metal Percussion. Make sure to check that out for the deeper story. Living in Canada and living in Korea, I've noted such a beautiful contrast in how we celebrate it. In Canada, Christmas is very home-centered. Families pick the ornament with special meanings, decorate it together, and bake cookies. The small details, the ribbon, garlands, and stockings all carry care and togetherness. It's a very private, cozy time spent with loved ones indoor. The first time I spent Christmas in Canada, what surprised me most was how quiet and calm everything felt outside. Streets was peaceful, lights were glowing, and inside the house you could imagine families sitting together, talking, laughing, sharing food, playing game. It felt like Christmas here in about slowing down, taking a break from the busy world and just being with the people you loved. But in Korea, it's much more public celebration. People head out to the street, visit festive markets, or go on fancy dates. Restaurants, cafes, and cinemas are packed with people sharing the energy. Christmas markets are becoming huge here as well, filled with decorations and treats. It's like the whole city becomes one big party. When I was active as a musician in Korea, December was always the busiest month of the year. My calendar was completely full of performances and gatherings. We met so often to celebrate the end of the year together and also to look back on everything we have been through. I also had a small personal ritual. I don't know if this is the right expressions of the ritual. After the last performances of the year, I would take each of my instruments, check them carefully, clean them, and put them away nicely. Almost like talking to them, I'd say, this was our last stage together this year. Let's shine even more next year. It might sound simple, but it means to me a lot of. Sometimes after cleaning my instruments, I would just sit there for a moment and think about the year. All the stages, all the mistakes, all the best moments, and I'd feel grateful not just for the performances, but for the people I met through the music. After the very last concert, when the stage lights went off and the hall became quiet again, I often felt this strange mix of like happiness and sadness. I don't know. Like, we did it! Another year! Yay! Like this. That feeling still comes back to me every time December arrives. And maybe that's why I'm playing Christmas music now. Whether you're decorating your home or enjoying the city lights, I hope this Korean percussion vibes with carols gives you a little extra warmth and joy. What's your favorite way to celebrate? Let me know in the comments. Merry Christmas and see you in the next breeze. Feel the breeze, feel the rhythm. See you next time.